will start the first chapter of Geography, class 9th, that is the size and location of India. This is very interesting chapter. It will tell you the geographical location, the boundaries, the area of India in the world. In this chapter, we are going to study about the India's location, its size, India related to the world, and its neighboring countries. So let us start this chapter with this figure. This figure is showing you the grid, that is in the form of matrix. It is nothing but these are the imaginary lines which are passing through the earth. The horizontal lines which we are seeing, that is known as latitudes, that is the parallel lines, and the longitudes which we are seeing, they are known as the meridians, that is the vertical lines. And these are the imaginary lines which are forming the grid. As we know, India is one of the ancient civilization in the world. It has achieved multifaceted socio-economic progress during the last 5 decades. It has moved forward, displaying the remarkable progress in the field of agriculture, industry, technology, and overall economic development. India has also contributed significantly. So, we are seeing day by day India is progressing in every field, whether we are talking about the industries or agriculture or various technology. Day by day we are seeing the improvement in our country, development in our country. As we are seeing in the figure, two lines are shown here, with one with the red color and another is in blue color. These are nothing but it is showing the total length of India from the easternmost part to westernmost part, and the northernmost part to southernmost part. Approximately the distance between the northeast and the north south and the east and west is approximately same, but the exact distance between the east and west, that is shown with the red color line, is 2933 kilometers. The easternmost state is Arunachal Pradesh and the westernmost state is Gujarat, and the distance of India from the easternmost part to westernmost part is 2933 kilometers, and distance of India from the north to the southern part to the southern part is 3214 kilometers. This is the not exact but approximately this is the distance or the total length between east to west and north to south. As we had discussed in the beginning, that there are many latitudes and longitudes which are passing through the earth. So obviously India is lying on the earth, so there are certain latitudes and longitudes which we have to remember. So the major latitudes and the longitudes which are passing through India, let us see that the easternmost longitude which is passing through India, that is towards the Arunachal Pradesh, that is from the easternmost part of India, is 97 degree 25 minutes east. The westernmost longitude which is passing through India is 68 degree 7 minutes east. These are located here. The easternmost longitude is 97 degree 25 minutes east, and the westernmost longitude is 68 degree 7 minutes east. The northernmost latitude which is passing through India, that is from the Jammu and Kashmir, that is your 37 degree 6 minutes north. and the southernmost latitude which is passing through India is 8 degree 4 minutes north, as you are seeing in the figure. Two more latitudes and longitudes, major latitude and longitude you have to remember, that is dividing India into two equal halves. One is this one I am talking about, the major latitude which is passing through India. It is this one. This is your Tropic of Cancer and it is dividing India into two equal halves. That is 23 degree, its location is 23 degree 30 minutes north, as you can see in the figure. There is one more longitude which is most important for the country and it helps in determining the time, calculating the time, a standard time which is followed by the whole country. That is selected as the standard meridian of India, and that is this one, 82 degree 30 minutes, and the line which is shown here, that is known as the standard meridian of India. The same figure which I discussed just now is explained through this theoretical form. What is the exact location of India? India lies entirely in the northern hemisphere. As you are seeing in this picture, in this map, India is shown in the red color, and in this world map, India is totally lying in the northeastern hemisphere, means northern hemisphere as well as eastern hemisphere. So the location of India is northeastern hemisphere in the world map, on the earth. So that's why it is given here. It lies entirely in the northern hemisphere between latitudes 8 degree 4 minutes north and 37 degree 6 minutes north, as we had discussed just now. Between latitudes 37 degree 6 minutes north and and 8 degree 4 minutes north. Okay, India is lying between these two latitudes. And what about the longitudes? As it is given, the longitudes, it is lying between 68 degree 7 minutes east to 97 degree 25 minutes, as we had discussed in the previous figure. This was there, 97 degree 25 minutes east and 68 degree 7 minutes east, these two lines. It is lying between these two longitudes. So this is the exact location of India in the world map. India is divided by Tropic of Cancer, that is 23 degree 30 minutes north, in almost two equal parts. As I told you in the previous figure, this is the Tropic of Cancer. This one is the Tropic of Cancer, which is dividing India into two equal halves. In the southeast, Andaman and Nicobar Islands lie in Bay of Bengal. Southeast, it is talking about this place. This Andaman and Nicobar Island is lying in the Bay of Bengal. In southwest, Lakshadweep Island lie in the Arabian Sea. That also I can show you. This is Lakshadweep and it is lying in the southwest direction in the Arabian Sea. Now let us see the exact size, approximate size of India and its location. Not location, to we had already discussed just now. The land mass of India has an area of 3.28 million square kilometers. India's total area accounts for about 2.4% of the total geographical area of the world. Means all over the world, if we find out the ratio of India to the world, we will find that India is occupying 2.4 percentage of the area in the of 2.4 percentage of the area of the total world. That means 97.6% of the area is occupied by the other part of the world, and 2.4% is occupied by India. Its total area is 510.072 million square kilometer. 148.94 million square kilometer water is occupied, and 361.132 million square kilometer. So 70.9% of the world surface is water, 29.1% is land. So this is the total geographical area, size of India. The total area of India is 3.28 million square kilometer, which is 2.4% of the total area of the world. It is the 7th largest country in the world in terms of land mass. As you are seeing this chart, this graph is showing the 7 largest countries in the world area wise. If we compare these countries area wise, India is holding 7th position in the world. Russia is on the first position with the area 17.09 million square kilometer. Canada is 9.98 million square kilometer and holding second position. USA is on the third position with 9.62 million square kilometer. China is on the fourth position with 9.59 million square kilometer. Brazil is on the fifth position, that is with the 8.51 million square kilometer. Australia is holding the sixth position, that is 7.69 million square kilometer. India is on the 7th position, that is the 7th largest country with the area 3.28 million square kilometer. So India is on the 7th position when we compare the different countries area wise. It has land boundary about 15,200 kilometers, and the total length of the coastal line of the mainland including Andaman and Nicobar and Lakshadweep Island is 7,516.6 kilometers. Means total land boundary of India is 15,200 kilometers, and total coastal line including Andaman and Nicobar and Lakshadweep Island is 7,516.6 kilometers. In the north and the northeast of India, Youngfold Mountains bounds it. Means India is surrounded by mountains from its north side, north east side and north west side. South of about 22° north latitude, India narrows and finally extends towards the Indian Ocean. It also divides it into two seas, that is the Arabian Sea on the west and the Bay of Bengal on its east. We had already discussed that these two seas are there towards the east side and the west side. Bay of Bengal is towards the east side and the Arabian Sea is towards the west side. This map is showing the total distance from east to west, east margin to the west margin of India, that is 2,933 kilometers, and from north to south, that is 3,214 kilometers. It is also showing the latitudes, the major latitudes and the longitudes. the latitude and the longitude, the latitudinal and the longitudinal extent of the mainland is about 30 degree. Means if we compare, if we count the total number of latitudes from the northernmost part of India, that is from the Jammu and Kashmir to Kanyakumari, we will find that approximately 30 latitudes are passing through India. Similarly, when we count the number of longitudes which are passing through India from the eastern part to the western part of India, we will find that there are approximately 30 longitudes passing through India. That means approximately 30 longitudes and the latitudes are passing through India. Means the latitudinal and the longitudinal extent of India is about 30 degree. India's east-west extent appears to be smaller than the north-south extent. India's east-west part, the length of east to west and the north to south is approximately similar, but they seems to be east to west, length of east to west is seems to be smaller than the north to south. The time along the standard meridian, as I have already told you that this dotted line which is visible in the map, that dotted line shows that it is the centermost meridian or the middlemost meridian passing through India, and it is known as the standard meridian of India. It is located at 82 degree 30 minutes. This is selected as the standard meridian of India, and it is used to calculating the standard time which will be followed by the whole country. The time along the standard meridian, that is 82 degree 30 minutes east, passing through Mirzapur in Uttar Pradesh, is taken as the Indian standard time for the whole country. The time gap between the Arunachal Pradesh present in the east and the Gujarat present in the west is about 2 hours. The latitudinal extent influences the duration of day and night as one moves from the south to north. Let me explain you the first part of the sentence, that is why there is time gap between the Arunachal Pradesh and Gujarat. So let us see through this map. As we know that there are total 30 longitudes passing through India. 97 degree the easternmost latitude and the westernmost longitude. When we count the total number of longitudes passing through India, we will find that approximately 30 longitudes are passing through India. And as we know that the sun rises from the east, that means one more fact I want to tell you, that for crossing one meridian, that is for crossing one longitude, means from here to here, for crossing one longitude, the sun takes 4 minutes. The sun takes 4 minutes. So, if 30 longitudes are there, how much time the sun will take to reach up to Gujarat? If one longitude, for crossing one longitude, it takes 4 minutes. So, for 30 longitudes, how much time it will take? It will take 120 minutes. That means it is equivalent to 2 hours. So hence proved that the time gap between the Arunachal Pradesh present in the east and the Gujarat present in the west is about 2 hours. Now let us see the second sentence. The latitudinal extent influences the duration of the day and night. Means, as we know that the southernmost part or latitude is near to the equator. It is 8 degree 4 minutes. So the sun directly falling on the equator, this is your earth equator, sun, and the sun rays are directly falling on the equator and its equatorial part. So the equator as well as the regions which are near to it receives the direct sunlight. And as we move from south to north, means from equator to the north pole or south pole, we will find that there will be change in the duration of the day and night. When we move towards the Jammu and Kashmir, the nights will be longer and the days will be shorter. Means this will change the duration of the day and night. Day and nights will be longer. When we move from south to north in India, the duration of the nights and days will be different. Here, when we move from Kanyakumari to Kashmir, the nights will become longer and the days will be shorter. This we will start in the next up to here only, and we will start the next topic in our next video. So keep watching. This is the part 1 of this chapter.